What's up, everybody?
Coach, how's it going?
Hola.
Hey, quick question. For kick coverage, I know that you've been emphasizing forcing returners to field the ball, whether it's at 1 yard depth or even in the end zone, but trying to get them upfield. How was your kick coverage on Saturday in your eyes? I know that's something you guys have been harping on here in practice.
Yeah, to be completely honest, whenever you have missed tackles, it's never what you want, right? We had opportunity to stop Dallas inside the 20 twice, and we didn't do it. So a little frustrated by that, but it was our first time live in a live setting as far as tackling goes.
You have to have a conversation with Brandon. I think he might have missed his first one, sailed into the end zone a little too deep, and they didn't return. Because we saw him shake his head. Do you say anything, or he knows?
I mean, the plan, like I told you guys, and I'm not going to ever lie about that situation, is we were going to kick the ball into play. I think he was a little amped, right? It was the first preseason game. The fans were out there a touch too much, but he corrected it after that, you know.
How did Montrell Washington look in his first time in live action?
I thought Montrell did a great job. He did a great job decision-making. I thought he did a great job as far as catching the ball and being decisive and getting up the field vertically as quick as possible. And to be completely honest with you, I thought the guys, since they believe in him, they did a good job blocking for him as well.
On the second one, he sort of started to the right, and then is that by design, or is that just a natural feel of a return?
Are you trying to get our scheme right now? I mean, you know there's other people besides you guys paying attention to this. I think he did a great job setting up the return. I'll say that.
Field position matters, but do you have to advocate to coach about, hey, we'd rather punt here than go for it on fourth? Or does he know that y'all want to evaluate your punt coverage as much as possible?
Everyone has a boss, correct? So, I mean, he communicates when he wants to go for it, when we should kick a punt or kick a field goal. If anything, this is the time where you should practice those type of situations, right? The offense had good momentum going down the field. He wanted to go for it on a couple fourth downs. I have no issue with that. I mean, he's the head coach. He's communicating on the headset what he wants to do, what his thought process is behind doing those things. Let's do it. Let's do it.
What did you take from Sam and Corliss and how they punted Saturday?
That is still a competition. It was one game. Obviously, we've been practicing since whatever. We have 2 more games to evaluate those guys. They know how important it is for those guys, for both of them to get the ball to the numbers, outside the numbers. They know how important it is hang time. They know how important it is for us as far as our coverage, what they need to do. So the evaluation process is still ongoing.
Montrell, on his 2 returns, he avoided a big hit. Is that a skill, too, of how to avoid contact as a returner?
I think part of it is, and I think part of it's survival as a returner. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys don't want to get hit, and the emphasis is to score. Again, the standard for us is very high. The standard for Montrell is very high. The expectations are high for Montrell. I thought he did a good job, and him avoiding it is his athleticism, his agility, and also his vision. He can feel and see those tacklers coming. So, of course, he wants to avoid them because our goal is to score at some point this year, hopefully multiple times.
You talked about setting your depth chart in coordination with the other guys on the staff. At what point, especially as the roster starts to
Right.
cut down, do you start to circle the guys like, I need this guy on multiple?
To be completely honest, and again, I don't believe in, lying and all that type of stuff. We've already circled guys. Guys have already stood out to us, not only in practice, but in those preseason games. So we're starting to form our core group of guys. Again, it has to be on a consistent basis, though. They can't show up last week versus Dallas and then disappear this week, So it's ongoing, just like everything else is.
What is the deal with Tyree Cleveland then, with him being a little iffy with the injury right now? You think he'll be ready opening day?
That's my hopes. Again, there is no secret about we want Tyree to be one of our core special teams player. Obviously, he's getting evaluated as a receiver also. That's going to play a part into it. Whenever he's ready to go, we welcome him with open arms, 100%.
This season you'll face a lot of really good returners. Going into a matchup, do you ever just coach on your guys, just stay true to the scheme, or do you adjust a little bit based on who's back there returning?
We're going to be smart with everything we do, right? We're never going to go out there and play reckless. So, yes, we do take into account the returner, but also we have confidence in our guys as well. You can't be at the top of the NFL as far as a unit without kicking the ball in play and seeing those guys go down and cover. So, absolutely, we plan to kick the ball in play regardless of the returner, and hopefully our guys will stand up because they know how important it is as far as field position goes, right? It's just about a want to. You want to get down the field, you want to make this play, you'll do it, 100%.
How different, if at all, was it for you to be a special teams coordinator on game day?
I mean, everybody keeps saying that, and I'm confused because I was a coordinator in 2011 in Tampa. I'm totally confused about why everybody thinks this was my first time being a coordinator, et cetera. Also, when Joe DeCamillis was sick and we came to play Denver, I stood in as a coordinator then. So as far as being nervous and all those type of things, if you prepare yourself, then you shouldn't be nervous. You should be ready to go. And that's what I feel like I am with the help of Coach Mal. Coach Mike Mallory has done a great job as well. I think that I'm ready.
Coach, you said you got your rings mailed to you from the Rams, and that you and Coach Dixon have already showed yours off. And
I have not showed mine off. I cannot lie to you. I wear it every night when I go home. But to bring it in the building, if a guy asks me to bring it into the building, absolutely, I'll bring it into the building. But for me, it's kind of like I don't want to say, here, look at what I have. I want to get a Super Bowl ring this year. To be completely honest, I hope that we can attain that goal.
You put on your Super Bowl ring when you go home?
I put my ring on every night, just like I just said. I'm not lying to you. My wife looks at me like I'm crazy, but I put it on.
well, you have one from Tampa, right? So where's that one?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't. I was on practice squad, whatever the case may be, so it was on and off individual. And, by the way, the L.A. ring is way better now.
Thanks, Coach.